here we go. What? He hasn't put out anything today? Nothing? Hello, people. Another beautiful day. Yep. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good. Or excellent. What? What's up, portable PC fans? Talking about the Steam Deck, A&EO, 1X, GPD, Logitech, Odin, Oxo, Lenovo, Asus ROG, and the MSI Claw. And of course the Orange Pi. That's coming. Yeah. What's up with it? Alright, what I got for you? Since we talk video games around here. Since you're messing around here. Alright, what I got for you little Steam Deck nerds, by the way. Let's see here. Okay. Wine 9.4 brings update. VKD3D initial OpenGL support in the Wayland driver. Says here another bi-weekly release on Windows compatibility layer. Wine is here with Wine 9.4 bringing some new features and a few nice sounding bug fixes. Says highlights of this release are bundled VK D3D upgrade to version 1.11. Initial OpenGL support in the Wayland driver, support for elevating process privileges, more HID pointers. Then it says they noted 25 bug fixes include fixes for the likes of Total Commander, Minecraft, Education Edition, multiple Net 4X application, Vocaloid BattleNet EA app, and various other fixes. And it says from VKD3D version 1.11 release. Says initial support for compiling legacy Direct3D bytecode and Spur V. Initial HLSL compiler support for compiling effects profile, and then miscellaneous bug fixes and performance improvement. Oh yeah, you wine lovers gonna love it. Like I told you, the year ain't even over, and updates are just coming in. Especially, yeah, those Windows handhelds, they get updates too, because whenever Microsoft release an update, oh yeah, those Windows handhelds, they benefit from it. So yeah, but the Steam Deck, oh yeah, updates, man. Galore. Updates are like this. Just marching in. So yeah. What else we got? Let's see here. Says here Proton experimental fixes up Apex Legends, Epic Games Store, Warlord Battlecry 3. And it says here Valve has released an update to Proton experimental to further improve the Windows game compatibility on Steam Deck and Linux PC. Here's all that changed for the March 8th update. And then it says now playable Warlord Battlecry 3 fixed a 9.0 regression. Epic Game Store is able to launch again. Gungrave Gore no longer has itching video playback. Fixed Apex Legends hanging on a black screen after a recent game update. Fixed Descent. Yeah, I remember I played the first Descent way back. Fixed Descent 3 not being playable on the system using long Steam library path. And it says while Valve has also did a Proton hotfix for Apex Legend, it should no longer be needed as you just use Proton experimental now. Also interesting to see Valve fix up Epic Games Store in Proton like this while it's not available on Steam. Obviously plenty of people do run it with Proton on Steam Deck to get more games, and the thing is often fixed from the app will fix issues in something else, so it's always good worth doing. And so you can select the Proton experimental in the properties. It's that little cog on the right. whenever you're playing a game, you can pick Proton Experimental. Now, let's see here. Let's see. Apex Legends. Let's see. What else they have? Okay. And then for Apex Legends, Proton hotfix update for Apex Legend to work again on Steam Deck / Linux. And then it says a recent update to Apex Legend has been causing havoc on Linux and Steam Deck, but now Valve has released a fresh update, the Proton hotfix, to get it working again. Before the Proton hotfix update, you're likely to see a black screen with no ability to actually get to the menu. Valve developer Pierre-Luc Griffius noted on X, Twitter, update about 14 hours ago, although it's actually only just got set public. And then he said, oops, so you should now see Proton hotfix update ready in the Steam download. And it says, nice to see Valve once again react quite quickly for a very popular live service game to work again. It's constantly in the top 10 of most played Steam game, especially as it's rated Steam Deck verified. Around 2 days is not a bad turnaround time, although a shame that EA Respawn aren't testing to ensure that they don't break it. But we'll likely still need a fair bit bigger user share before such huge publisher will do that. Valve appears to have set Proton hotfix by default for Apex Legend, so you shouldn't need to do anything. However, if it's not set for you, just go into the properties and compatibility menu and set it directly yourself. Alright, now let's see what else we got here, since we're talking about the Steam Deck. Let's see, what do we got? Got back up here. Whoops. So we don't need you. Anything else on the Steam Deck front? All right. You gotta keep you guys up to date here. Okay, here's another one, and this for GE Proton. Yeah, you guys are getting updates. Yeah, you Steam Deck lovers. Updates. Wait a minute, I think I did this, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, which one is this? Oh, no. This one is no. It says GE Proton 9.1 brings a whole lot of fixes for Linux, Steam Deck gaming. Remember, I told you the updates are like this coming in. Anyway, it says here the fresh release of GE Proton based on Wine 9.0 Proton 9 is here with GE Proton 9.1, bringing a lot of fixes for various games. New games added to ULWGL, Unified Linux Wine Game Launcher. As a reminder, ULWGL is a new unified launcher for running Windows games on Linux. It's basically a copy of how Steam Linux runtime / Steam runtime tools work to allow Proton to properly run outside of Steam, along with various specific game tweaks. It's not a standalone launcher like Lutrix and Heroic. They would instead use it directly. GE Proton itself is a community-built version of Proton not supported by Valve that often has fixes Valve can't distribute. Sometimes for legal reasons, other times for a more QA testing time. Anyway, what do we got? Alright. It says here, for Proton, it says pull in upstream changes for Proton 9 Bleeding Edge. Then it says Wine updates to Proton 9 Bleeding Edge. DXVK update to latest Git. VKD3D update to latest Git. Now for Wine, it says all previous Proton GE patches rebased to Proton 9 thanks to FSR base loading kernel. Star Citizen EAC patch removed, no longer needed. Instead, currently uses Proton hotfix with EOS use anti-cheat client null equal 1. Then it says staging rebase on top of Proton 9 bleeding edge wine. Now for Proton fixes. Now this little list is kind of big. All right. Says core count fix ahead of Far Cry Primal. Allow games to run. Add ULWGL entry for edge versions of Far Cry Primal. Core count fix adds for Far Cry 2. Add a ULWGL entry to play an edge version of Far Cry 2. Core count fix adds for Far Cry Blood Dragons. Add ULWGL entry to Uplay edge version for Far Cry, and then it adds the versions for Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4. Then has edge version for Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection. Then it says fix trails in the sky 1 through 3, and then it has a GOG version, ULWGL that is. And it says add a core count fix for New World, and then Zoom Games platform ULWGL. Then adds a fix for Duke Nukem Manhattan Project Zoom Edition. Fix the ULWGL entry for GOG version of Soldiers of Fortune. I played that back in the Super Nintendo days, way back. Yeah, Soldiers of Fortune. Anyway, says here adds a fix for Streets Racing Syndicate. Thanks, Dozen. And it says add a fix for ULWGL for Zoom version of Hard Wars. Then add a fix for There Are Billions ULWGL for GOG. Then it says add a fix for Black Screen on Grim Dawn, and add ULWGL entry for GOG version. And he said thanks Aqua. Thanks, Zucker. Then he says, thanks, Keena Weaver. Then he says, add a fix for Dirt 3 Complete Edition. Add a fix for Postal 3. Fix for Incoming Trilogy. Fix Assisto Corsa.net not installing. Add a fix for ULWGL GOG version of Silent Hill 4. And then add a ULWGL version for GOG version Wheel of Time. I wasn't going to say Wheel of Fortune. Oh yeah. And then it says add a fix for Gabriel Knight 3. Add a fix for Goblins 5. Add a fix for Seaville. Add a fix for 9 Witches. Then it says Family Disruption. Then it says here XRANDR adds up Proton fixes for screen resolution detection. This is needed for some games like Gothic 2 fixes for those games are still in the works. Add a fix for which will skip runtime wine tricks in Proton fixes. If no internet connection is available, a wine trick checks if proper on every run. If a wine trick is found to be missing its entry to install it during that time, it will check if there is an internet connection available. If there's not one, the wine trick is skipped until the next time the game runs. Subsequently, the wine trick, and then it says known issues, WMV video playback regression in some games. One example, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and this is a known regression in upstream Proton, and they are aware and working on it. And yeah, those are all the updates for you Steam Deck fans. So yeah, that should hold you for a little bit for now until more updates coming in. So yeah, Proton, Wine are always getting updated because you got the Proton. You got the Proton hotfix. Wait a minute. Let's see. You got the Proton hotfix, Proton experimental, GE Proton, and then there's Proton, and then of course there's Wine, and then you have all these launchers, especially this one now, ULWGL. So Yeah. Then you have all those apps and programs that makes up Steam OS. That's always getting updates. So yeah. The Steam Deck update central, man, and then what, they got 14,000 and what, 10 games now and counting. And you got games that are being sorted, games that are coming in. Those games got updates and expansions and DLCs, and yeah. So whenever a problem comes up, they're always on it, you know. So yeah. And Proton, all the Protons are always getting updates, always. So yeah. But other than that, man, you guys are good. Anything I find, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, that's all the news I got to report. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars and Star Trek thing, or Dark Side. Peace.